welcome aboard. Your thought for the day. A friend of mine used to always say, a man convinced against his will was of the same opinion still. The author, Sam Harris, had this to say. He said, if a man does not value evidence, then what evidence can you give him that he will value? If a man does not value logic, what logic can you give him that he will value? In other words, we all know people who are set in their ways, have some belief that they hold to be true that we believe is false. This can range from God belief to creationism versus evolution, anti-vaxxing, the list goes on and on. Flat Earth, the list goes on and on. And when we're dealing with these kind of people, you're not going to change their minds with reason, logic, evidence, points of contention. And in fact, there's something psychologists have identified called the backfire effect. That the harder we try, the more ingrained they are in their belief, because the fact that we are contradicting their beliefs somehow or another validates their belief. So in dealing with people like this, should you choose to, for the most part, well, I do on the internet. I contradict them on the internet, but in real life, I avoid it for the most part because it's pointless, it's fruitless. But should you choose to, the best thing to do, I think, is to not state facts or beliefs, but to ask questions. You ask questions and you ask questions and you ask questions based on their answers, and their own answers should back them up into a corner. They'll get frustrated. They won't change their minds, at least not at that point, but they'll typically stomp off bad or stop engaging in the conversation altogether. And this is because the questions you ask them have backed them into a corner, and they know it, and what they are seeing in the falsehoods of their statements, it opens the door for them to ask the questions that they should have been asking by themselves. So anyway, we'll move on. Right now, I'm at the age where people are calling me elderly, and I love video games, science fiction, RPGs. I love it. And I've noticed how other people were posting their videos of them playing their games online. I decided, you know what, I wanted to do the same thing. It looked like a lot of fun, so here I am. One thing I think that might set me apart from other like content creators is that, well, first, I have a sense of humor about myself. And second, I am a casual player. I don't take these games too serious. That's not to say that I am not a spender. I am, but I'm not out to make my ships and my characters the biggest, baddest on the block and be the guy that everybody wants to have join in their team events. I'm just out to have fun. And in having fun, I try to explore the game from every avenue that I can. So if you are also a casual gamer, then maybe you will resonate with how I play. And along the way, I've also, my reflexes, my hand-eye coordination, these things are not that great. So I have found ways to compensate in spite of that. And in spite of those drawbacks, have managed to play these games, enjoy them, and be a contributing member to a larger community. So if I could figure out how to compensate, maybe you can too, and maybe you'll pick something up from me. Right now, my game is Star Trek Online. My captain is a Starfleet engineering officer. He's max rank, can't get him any higher. My ship right now that I'm running is the Dreadnought cruiser, the USS Poseidon. It is a tier 6 ship, and I just recently did some upgrading on it. I was grabbing some things off the stores with dilithium and Phoenix price pack tokens, and I think I beefed them up a little bit, and we'll see how it works out. Right now the mission I'm working on is Time in a Bottle, so we're going to go check out that mission, and so let's get it done.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for down.
I do believe I remember this one. This one is not fun.
May I help you? Oh, yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about the... Maybe... Let's see. It was... I'm sorry, but well, I'm sorry. You can? What...
Not so fast! The gentleman with the rather imposing associates over there has just made a very competitive offer for the device.
You said there weren't any other buyers? I was going to pay those guards to my office.
Hold it!
I am Nog, son of Grand Nagus Ra. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me, or I ask my father to have a word with the liquidators about your poor business practices.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my bet. No, the device, the Vatlar, that I picked it up from the Talaxian as a show of good. Do I look like a member?
Don't let the staff of office and these good looks fool you. Interesting. I know Quinn left without taking down his security. I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there. Now that the power flow is the controls are, yes, over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this. The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. I think I'm getting something. This. I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and... I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device. Voyager's preliminary scans of this could be. Let's check. Keep an eye out for Vodwar. They're still patrolling this area.
One of my recent additions to the ship is that clamp at the constriction anchor. So I look forward to using it.
If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vodwar on an intercept course. According to Voyager, the Krenim were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vodwar went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range. There are more Vodwar on an intercept course, but... Herald's inbound! The Vaudouar must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigation. This doesn't make sense. Exactly. These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. I'm reading another anomaly ahead. These anomalies have a shape, like a warp field, but not quite the same. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency. The only other place I've seen natural. There, behind those rocks. Hurry! They'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready. an idea. We need to... Here they come! More reinforcements inbound! I'm working as quickly as I can. Watch out! There's more of them! I need more time to align these frequencies!
I had a cat on a keyboard.
connection, and that should... If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time. It's taken me no...
I've had some... You have already repaired some of our emitters. More of our emitters must...
Hold this. No.
That should do it.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the...
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the time.
Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
You've shown your... We have... The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One. It appears they used a cloaking device and escaped.
You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart.
As you command.
An interesting development.
These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet.
Their struggles are relentless.
And yet they injured even you, Ticket. I advise caution. They are more dangerous than they appear.
We should render worlds asunder. Still its blood until it fills the oceans. It is time to strike.
I understand you want vengeance, but we must not act in haste.
We will continue with our plan. The whole must be as one. The whole must be as one. The attack on Iconia broke our unity. We were divided, diminished, weak. The others saved us from oblivion, but it took centuries to rebuild our bonds. We cannot risk more loss. The whole must be as one. The campaign will continue as planned.
Couldn't see.
The only protection left to my people is our ability. My people in Anorax. The Vaudois is. There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time string to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to reseek with our time and
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing sounds intriguing. You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance would be interested in investigating such a thing. Personally, I approve of anything the Iconians might fear. The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
Well, that should do it for Time in a Bottle. And you know what, guys? Thanks for tagging along. And yeah, I'm not big on the ground combat scene, but I did my best. Well, in the meantime, hey, you guys enjoy your game. And peace and long life. I'll see you in the stars.